Is it too late for love? Is it too late for us? Is it perfect love?
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's go, baby! Bitcoin doing something amazing, getting some moves here. Bobby, turn it up. Turn up the music. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Is everybody asleep up there? I kind of need some water, but, you know, it probably won't happen. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me. Let's jump on in for Bitcoin tonight. And we're going to take a look at what we have to see here. We were looking at this. We're going to break down the little time frames in a second. ROSN Finance banging for 59%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 hours. Boom, boom, boom. We put it out last night. This thing was banging to the upside for 59% overnight. ROSN Finance, or ROSN Finance, whatever you call it. ROSN, baby, ROSN. We talked about BitGert, which is BRISE, banging for a 48% gain out of the beautiful bull pennant. There it is. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. And if you were in my trading group again, you would have been privy to this idea. VELO banging on them to the upside, continuing to rip. VELO just booming. Here's another one. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. VELO actually continuing to move up 20%. There's three gainers overnight that we talked about yesterday in the trading group. Maybe even see it live on the live stream last night. But these are the gainers: BRISE, VELO, and my baby. Not to forget Moonwell too as well. Also, MNET also made a bit of a gain as well. But, you know, we got BRISE, we got VELO, all right? And I'm forgetting the last one, of course, that I just said. So many gains I can't remember. ROSN, ROSN. Then we also got MNET last night. Talk about MNET. MNET banging for 35%. All of them were in a tight channel. All of them got above a point of control, decided to rip. Tight moving averages, oversold. MACD was showing signs of lack of momentum, oversold. Even there was a bullish divergence there on the RSI, stochastics RSI. I will teach this to you if you want it. I have it. If you want this, I have it. If you want this information, if you want the knowledge, I can give it to you. You can get it. How? Every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. That's where you get started. That's where it all begins. That's where you start your destiny. Shout out to everybody here on the live. It's only $60 if you're in the trading group, $99 if you're not in the trading group. If you just want to take a chance on to get to know me without paying any money, like, you know, to get subscription into the trading group, jump on in for $99 and just, you know, take the class. See what happens. How many people have so many things to say about the class? Let me know right now. I ask people right now. We have about 400 or 500 people. What does everybody say about the class? Could I get some recommendations to any newcomer that may be reading the chat? What do you guys think about the class? Saturday's class opened my eyes. It was like the Matrix. Shout out to Robert G. Class is fire. Shout out to Lifer Fred in the house. Shout out to CNC Ireland. When you join the Lifer Trading Group for $99, you receive the Lifer Vision Trading Course for $60. We knock off $40 immediately. Come on now. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I always have to talk about MEXC Global. 0 fees for spot and future on your maker. It basically, you become the limit order. 0 fees. And even then, taker fees lowered 0.1% from 0.2%. They're even lower. The lowest fees of any exchange in the game. Check them out. MEXC Global, baby. MEXC Global. All right. Oh, I can't wait to dive into what's about to happen here. Look at this. This 5-minute chart is in a falling wedge. Shoulder, head and shoulder, about to break to the upside. We're going to get into that in a second. That measured move would take us to 22,734. I'm excited. You should be excited. The gains have been rolling into the group. We're continuing to pump on you. Things are happening. I'm excited. VI getting a bit of a move finally. VAI, strong support here. Bouncing off a 618 Fibonacci level. Just something to think about. Previous support right there. We had it here for the last gainer. It's been a long time since we were able to trade VI. We got in here around January 30th. Pumped up to the 6th. We've been waiting now 20 days for our next big pump in AI. It's taken some time. I'm waiting for Microsoft and I'm waiting for Google to come out with some type of news that's going to pump AI yet again. EFX is doing awesome for me. Let's take a look at EFX as well. And it seems to be raining on us. Boom, EFX getting a little bit of a pump to the upside too. Since that move to the down, what is it up here? 16% gains. All right. And I added to my portfolio today. Today was a day I woke up this morning and I began adding to my portfolio. I added to Wild. I bought a $500 worth of Wild, keeping a bag of Wild on hand, and just keeping some dry powder on the sidelines. Love the content. Thoughts on COCOS? I don't know much about COCOS. Let's take a look at COCOS BQX. One, and then we're going to get to, what you have to do. You know what we have to do. $171 million market cap. It does have an Ethereum address, so you can trade it on Uniswap. The ultimate GameFi. I guess I have to agree. COCOS BQS aims to bridge more creators into the crypto world via GameFi, incubation, invest, distribution, IGO, and community, bringing high-quality GameFi projects for community users constantly in the game. The ultimate GameFi enabler. That's all I want to tell you. Mystery box, launchpad. I'd have to know more. I'm not on the right network. Yes, COCOS, BQX, blockchain expedition. What more do they do? It's kind of interesting, Got to read that white paper. Is a decentralized metaverse enabling platform which bridges creators into the crypto world via GameFi incubation, distribution, IGO, and other imaginative channels based on numerous numbers of developer community. COCOS BQX will leading the way of leading a new way of crypto migration through content innovation persistently. Interesting. Still would really have to kind of do some deep dive. I'm not going to spend hours on it today. But, it is an integration. I don't mind integration companies and platforms. Meaning they want to build a pathway for you to come in and do what you want to do. I think that's a smart way to align yourself into an ecosystem. All right. It's a lot of responsibility as well. It's on Gate.io, Binance. Has a bunch of different pairs and KuCoin as well. We'll take a look at COCOS. EFX is in this cup and handle. 124% gains coming. Another AI coin. Very low market cap for this one. Right? This is the low cap. EFX network, I believe. Even though it's called EFX AI, I want to make sure that's 11 cents. I believe it is the same project. There it is at 11.9. It's the same project, but it's weird how they're called something that can happen. Rank number 1,148. $3 million market cap. This thing could easily 10x or 100x. You see what I'm saying? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I personally have $1,000 in this. I'm going to see where it goes. What I did is I built an AI portfolio of about $18,000, and I gave it to my, I finished it. I'm going to be giving it off tonight, actually, to my trading group in the next few days when I fine-tune it. But once it's completely done, everyone in my trading group gets an entire copy of what I did. I'll show you what's going on. And then we could track it together and see what happens. All right? Joined the group first, then took the class, then took the one-on-one, and I paid all from gains from the lifers trades. Are you kidding me? The art of knowing what is going to happen is more than making millions. Shout out to my man. Appreciate you, brother. Quazir, my man. God bless you. The Discord is fire. You're not in. You're missing out. Shout out to Lifer Friend. We love you, Lifer. Sammy, the man, the legend of crypto. Bay. Shout out to the PS5, future of gaming in the house. God bless you and your whole family. Thank you for all the constant love and support and the big energy. Let's take a look at MDT in a quick second. Effects Network on the radar. All right. Tiny market cap. A cryptocurrency operates on BSC and EOS platform controlled by the Effect DAO. Their main product is Effect Force, the first blockchain-based framework of the future of work. A global on-demand workforce is submitting micro tasks on the blockchain to earn EFX. Interesting. The future of work. The Effect Network. Earn effects anywhere, anytime by completing simple tasks. Launch the app. What kind of projects are suitable for effects? Any process that needs automation. Here are a couple of use cases to give you an idea. Delos, Catalog, QuickCat, Effects Socials, Vibes, Image Labeler, Haiku Generator, Chess Force. Interesting. Is a collection of all the applications running on the network. You may use effects tokens to buy a number of services that boost productivity, including social media engagement, translation, subtitles, and graphics to help your business grow in many ways. Think of this as the Effects Candy Store, which will be available to you very soon. I mean, I would take advantage of that as a social media guy and, someone running a YouTube channel. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Effects. But I like more what the chart looks like. Low cap gem, though. Low cap gem on the radar. Low cap gem on the radar. So look, we have the top gainer in the house, MNET. boosting for 35 and still wanting to pump, doing damage as we speak here with not even a wick. This candle is strong. MNET. You'd go to the 5 minute to see what is brewing. And you can see we have a bit of a little channel here breaking to the upside for that measured move. MNET. The smaller the baller. High MFers. Eventually, these MFers were going to... We had this double bottom. It still hasn't really gotten above the resistance, but I feel like it's only a matter of time. This thing is going to blast. It's going to blast, but you never know. It could go to 0 too. You never know. All right? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and I stick to it. Bolt, I was looking at it. I should have put it out because I liked it. Came down to the 6.5, golden pocket. And then, look, you swing a fib, you buy a fib, you get 43% gains on a fib swing. I mean, it just... Fibonacci levels, get to know your fibs. That'll blow your mind. Beat, stayed low on the beatness. Never did the bounce. We wanted to get the retest, if anything, before we jumped into beat. But beat was beat. So let's take a look here at the weekly. Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I was feeling strong tonight. I think the flannel shirt, I was just pumped. I knew the close was going to be, extra saucy. You know what I mean? I just knew it. Let's take a look at what happened on this weekly candle. Let's break it down. Let's have some fun. I'm lightheaded, probably going to pass out in a second. When I do, you can pick me up, get me going. Shout out to everybody here. So let's take a look here at this weekly candle close, shall we? It opened at 24,283. The high was 25,259, exactly to that little wickage. And we got just above the 200 SMA. It was a beautiful sign. The low was 22,747, but we would close the week at 23,558, above 23,500. That's a psychological area. That is strong. And also we would close above weekly support right here and this weekly area here at 23,800, 23,752 areas that I'm super excited about. I still want to go after my 24,300 area. That's my next thing. I used to scream. I was yelling about it here. Remember when we had it here and this candle was playing with it? We want to beat 24,300. That's going to be our next weekly candle. We just want to close a candle above 24,300 next week. That's all I care about. Nothing else. Nothing more. Also, if you look at the weekly, I like what we're seeing here. I really do. We're starting to see some type of consolidation. Very, very interesting. Okay? Even on the weekly, saying, hey, that's your higher low there. Low, boom, higher high, higher low. I mean, the weekly's green now. I'm telling you, this is a load up point, and we hold the zone. And also what I'm seeing here on the weekly, which I pointed out, I haven't really seen many people say anything, but that's a shoulder, that's a bit of a head, that's a right shoulder. That thing has legs to the upside. Measured move is the neckline to the head. I mean, you're going to blast. It's going to take you through the gap of the VRVP right to 30,000. I see it. You don't have to see it. I see it. It is what it is. It goes all the way down to the daily, but I can see a bit of an inverted head and shoulder here. I'm excited to jump into Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let me show you what I see happening to bitty Bitcoin. And let's break down the specifics. Shout out to anyone that jumped in this morning and was watching the live stream. We ended up getting that pump to the upside. Bitcoin ended up moving out of the little flag. We're going to break it down for you on the smaller time frames. But if you watched this morning, we were watching a flag here. We did think there could have been a heavy, head shoulder, but we said as long as we stay above the point of control, we could get through this gap to the next zone. We did exactly that. We got rejected by this little area, came back down in the flag. We're going to break down this flag in a second. We're going to talk about these small time frames. I'm going to show you what I see happening tonight. I'm going to break down my prediction. I'm going to give you what I believe we're going to wake up tomorrow, Monday morning to, and we're going to do what we do every single Sunday night. So thank you to everyone that comes on in. Shout out to each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Coming to the greatest show on earth, the Crypto Lifer live stream that comes to you every single day without a day off, pumping the charts, pumping the volume, pumping the energy, keeping you going, and getting you excited to stay positive. Live in love. Love is the strongest frequency you can use every single day in your life. If you live in love, you cannot go wrong. May God bless each and every one of you for sharing your awesome, awesome life with me. Because you do that, my life has been amazing. So I know exactly who's buttering my bread. It's each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Humbly, I am grateful for every like, every support, every comment, every like, every little, heart, whatever you do. Every single time you write something, if you mention me to a friend, if you share a video, if you share a post, if you answer a tweet, God bless every single one of you for the support. I couldn't be here without any one of you. 40,000 subscribers. What a blessing in 2023. Let's move back in here to the weekly and the daily chart. So look, the weekly's getting a little overbought. I'll tell you that. But I will also, and we are at a resistance. Could be a rising wedge in the weekly. Here's your bearish tones. And we could be breaking down where it began all the way back to at least this point of control, or possibly to 20,800. That's on the cards. All right, that's a possibility. However, look at the last time we had a massive pump. The weekly was overbought, just like it was. It was doing a little turn here, and that was around here, and we would just, wow. Could we get the same type of action here? Very well could be on the weekly, and then we could get to 30K, and then we retrace. Honestly, because of the way the VRVP looks, see how we could just, I'm just showing you. I'm just going logically by the VRVP, nothing else, nothing more. We pump up, we're going to get through a gap. Then when we get through the gap, you can see there's a slope. It follows slopes. So to me, I don't see why we wouldn't just shh, because this one's bigger. And it means like we could get to 37,000 quicker than a lot of people realize. They're going to be in shock when we're at 37K and they're like, I was waiting for 12,000. What are they going to say then? I mean, I'm not saying it's guaranteed. We could go to 12K too. We could go all the way down to 10,000. I'm not saying we can't. I'm open-minded. Anything is possible. I'm just showing you the idea. I'm just showing you what the VRVP conveys. When you get up, when you start moving, like this was your high volume node. When you fall down, you fall all the way down to the volume area high. We broke this. Also, you broke this high. You're likely to fall down. I mean, that's just what happens. Had we broken this one, we would have fallen that way. So I'm just saying, I mean, right now we're just following the VRVP the way it's supposed to be. And so now it's telling me, when I get more convinced by the VRVP than almost, it's divergence now, stochastics, and the VRVP is like my third in line for my favorite indicators. Seriously, top 3 favorite indicators. If you had to ask me, hey, Lifer, after 15 years of trading, if you only could take 3 indicators with you, what would it be? It would be stochastics, RSI. I guess it would be RSI, and it would be the VRVP. Really hard not to use the moving averages. That would destroy me, but I could leave the MACD out. I could leave out if I had to. Volume's tough. I do a lot with volume. But, it depends. It depends. But so, I'm excited for Bitcoin's future. I'm excited for what's coming. And, just because the weekly's high, I just want to answer that. Doesn't mean it's over. Another time the weekly was high. Both times we pumped amazingly. Here the weekly got real high. We started to pump. And just because we were high in the weekly didn't mean that we weren't ready for a massive move coming here in this section. The RSI was way higher too. Here we have a lot of room on the RSI to go to the upside. And I'm telling you right now, another thing that I want to talk about that I brought up many, many times and I've been sticking to, and it's what gave me, the cojones to long 19,000, which I'm up about, about $5,000 almost on right now. Or up about $4,500 on my $19,000 buy. I'm just saying. It's almost 25% in less than 2 months. That's a huge return on big money, in my humble opinion. And that's money you're, on an investment that you can have for a long term. I'm beating inflation easily for the year on that money, easily kicking inflation in the face. So if you want to kick inflation in the face, you have the guts to buy BTC. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but I kicked inflation in the face, but I had guts to buy Bitcoin on the lows. I saw swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. Boom. And it's funny, a lot of people clout chasing. I don't need to chase any clout. I don't need to chase any clout. Bitcoin does it enough for me. I just do what Bitcoin tells me to do, and it makes me look good. You know what I mean? Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. Do the same. Look good every day. Ride with Bitcoin. Be the smart guy in the class. Ride with Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping in. Shout out to everyone that's jumped on into the bear market special in the trading group. Really appreciate that. I'm getting a lot of people who jump in, pay for the year, pay for 6 months, pay for 3 months. We love you. We appreciate you. God bless each and every one of you. All-time high in the Lifer Trading Group. It is a blessing. All-time high in the Lifer Trading Group. We are in a, so my life, everything we're doing, everything we've been pushing for is at an all-time high tonight. So God bless every one of us. God bless us all. So look, let's take a look. Weekly is a little high. I agree. So I address that. So is the 4-day and the 5-day. They follow suit with the crazy moves. The 3 days resetting, and the 3 days a big boy chart. And when you have 1, 2, 3, and about to close a 4 3-day candle, and 2 day, not about, but on Tuesday we'll close a 4 3-day candle, right? So, maybe Wednesday. This 3-day candle closes above this resistance, anywhere above like yellow, anywhere here from 22.5 up. We're in the money. We're in the money. You really want to zoom out and look at things for the big picture if you can, right? So that's a really good sign that the 3 days coming down. Now it is pushing down. We could see, but I mean, you've had a massive dump. Usually when the 3-day dumps, like here, look, I mean, you went from 24 all the way back down to 18K. That was a huge dump here from this dotted to the dotted. Here you dotted to dotted, another nasty dump to the downside, okay? I mean, this has been a minimal dump for how much, and I'm telling you right now, you could do this. This is common sense trading. The more you use the VRV, the more you use the stochastics RSI, what I do is I start, like, look, here, the 3-day went from here to here. Massive dump. Now the 3-day went from here to here. Dump. The dumps are getting smaller every time. So it's telling you the bears are losing momentum. Here the bears had all the power in the world. Boom. 3-day went from dotted line to dotted line. Came down hard. It's the same thing here when the bulls were coming up. Look, here the bulls went from dotted line to dotted line. Boom. Now here bulls went from dotted line to dotted line. Small. Bulls went each time. Look, and the bulls were losing momentum. And then you create a divergence. So you can see it's a similar idea here. You're coming up. Each time the high is lower and lower. And like first you make a divergence here, swing up, this swings up. But they're kind of, I know it's right here. That swings down and you got your first bearish divergence. Then you're like, that's pretty bearish. Then you make another one, another bearish. And then you make your third one. And by that time it's over, like rising wedges. Funny, I show this all the time on my trading group when I do the group. But look, everyone said we were going to 100K. If you just took my beginner's course, where I teach you that rising wedges break down 68% of the time, and that head and shoulders break down 68% of the time, you basically had a, rounding up, and, you had a 70% chance to short Bitcoin, the length of the base of the top to the bottom here, and they'd even told you right where we were going. It's spotted on the head and shoulder to the downside, but everyone said we were going to 100K. But all you had to do, you didn't even have to know any indicators. All you had to do was know how to pattern trade like an 8-year-old. And you could have seen this happening, or at least been privy to it, or at least been able to see, hey, we should pay attention. Something's brewing. Again, rising wedges break to the downside. Bitcoin formed a rising wedge and formed bearish divergence. I called this out in front of everybody on the weekly and the daily, all right? But that rising wedge, you had a 68% chance to short a rising wedge. Where? To where it began. It's exactly where we began to dump, and then you could figure out your next move. I'm just saying, patterns play out. If you had just looked at the patterns, you would have figured out Bitcoin in a nutshell, but everyone wanted to listen to the news and everybody else and 100 YouTubers and all this craziness, But there was some special sauce being given, right? I'm not the only honest Joe out here who shows you divergences and regular stuff without trying to, sell you an indicator. So take a look. Even though I think an indicator would be hot at one point, you know what I mean? If it's done right. So I love indicators, I just believe when you begin, you want to get your basis underneath you. Understand what you're doing. You know what I mean? Understand what you're doing. I think indicators are great once you understand what you're using them for. It's kind of like an automatic car. Learn how to shift, learn how the car moves, right? So we're going to go back into the daily now here on Bitcoin. And you can see this trend line is just being really held nicely. And what I've been showing everybody and talking about is the hidden bullish. So from this low here is a swing, and this high is swinging up. And even if you say this is your swing and swing, that swing up is nowhere near that. That's a class B hidden bullish divergence. It's a pretty strong hidden bullish in my humble opinion. So that's a strong move. What that tells you is that Bitcoin will make a high higher than this high. We had it here before, and I pointed it out and talked about it to everybody. We longed a bunch of altcoins. We went over it over and over it again. This is swinging down while this is swinging up. From here, look, we were swinging down. And we said, hey, Bitcoin's going to make a high higher than this high based on the hidden bullish divergence. We don't care what anyone else says. We don't care how bearish everybody else is. We don't care what the story is. We're showing you the science. Also, we had falling price with falling volume. Look, and the volume is getting lower and lower. If the sellers make up the volume, how in gosh name could we continue to go down? Likely a reversal was coming back to the upside. All right? And we had hidden bullish divergence. We also had this in a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. So the story was there for you if you wanted to read the tea leaves. But if you wanted to just like listen to your emotions and play games, then you missed this move. We didn't miss this move because we play the TA the way the TA is supposed to be played. The hidden bullish divergence did play out. We made a high higher than this high. All right? We teach this every single Tuesday from 3 to 5 and the last Saturday of every month if you want to jump on in. Shout out to everybody here. We go live every single day, baby. So you don't get left out in the cold. You're out in the heat, in the hot sauce with us. 550 beautiful souls in the live. 238 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it, baby. Let's ain't your normal crypto life on live stream. Let's go on a Sunday night. So look, we longed Bitcoin in the group about a week ago, right there. 23,598, 582, right? Remember that? And I'm about to take another nibble at this point, yet again, for Bitcoin. I bought $2,000 in this level just 2 days ago, too, as well, on the weekly live stream. So we nibbled the bottom there 2 days ago on Thursday night, right? 3 days ago now, 4 days ago. Feels like forever now. And just buying up the dips for Bitcoin. Buying up the dips, snatching as much Bitcoin as I possibly humanly can before it gets oh so expensive. And $500 just doesn't get you as much Bitcoin as it used to, baby. You know? So the daily in a falling wedge looks a lot like what we saw here. Deja vu. Oversold again now on the stochastics. The fact that the daily came down and stayed up on, and we were all hoping and praying that the higher low would be here. Low, here's your high. Here's your low. Here's your higher high. Higher low. I mean, this daily candle closed nice and green today. Let's take a look at the daily candle today, which was beautiful. Opened at 23,164. The high was 23,681. What a nice pump. The low was 23,064. Never went lower than 23K. We would close 23,558, up $394, 1.7. And it was a soft landing for a Sunday night. You know, things change. Like normally I'm like Sunday night into Monday, very volatility, very soft landing tonight. Very interesting. And these 2 wicks here tell me that the daily has made that is going to be its low. I mean, it's anything could happen, but it's just very likely that that's going to be its low compared to this, and we're on our way for a higher high. Telling me it's a good time to breathe, and that 3-day chart looks pretty nice. The weekly could do the anomaly, like I've been pointing out. So I know that the weekly is overbought, and a lot of people are freaked out by it. I know there's that death cross. A lot of people are freaking out. I get it, but I'm keeping this golden cross on Bitcoin on the daily. And I'm just going to go by, you know, again, why? A lot of people say it's a late indicator. I get it. Price pumped up and started to pull this. But once it happens, it's like turning on a giant halogen light that shines for 500 yards ahead of you. So it may not, you know, you may not need to see the object, you know, so the light's shining, you're walking, or the price is moving. But like, look at this. So you got the light on. The light is shining out really bright. You're here, but you can see 500 yards away. Now, you can't see the 500 yards. As you get closer and closer, objects come into view, right? But what it does is it shines the way for things to keep going in the direction you want them to go in. Very similar, you know, this is the best metaphor I could make for a golden cross. That's why we called it a golden cross, because where does golden come from? Light. Light is golden, golden bright. It shines forever. Golden. The golden sunlight, right? So the golden cross, the brightness, the future ahead is good. We're going to see something coming our way. That's why we call it the golden cross. It's not like it happens immediately. It spreads the light to come eventually. Oh! Oh! He's down. He's down. He's down. He's down. I didn't really fall, but it would be funny, right? I like those Austin Power moments. Piper down. We have a Piper down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. He must have leverage traded. Sam has lost his mind tonight. Shout out to you, man. I'm just living life, man. I'm just living life. I'm just in the zone, feeling it. I can't believe that I have a YouTube channel every day. That's my, I'm in just complete awe that I worked every single day. Coming up on 4 years now. I basically did a college education on YouTube, and it became my entire life. I'm just, and it's trading, and I got to follow my dreams and cryptocurrency. I found Bitcoin the whole story is just insane to me. I'm so blessed. And the only, I keep going back to God, because if I tried to write it, I couldn't write it any better. And it's absolutely beautiful. And all you awesome people are here with me. So I'm just super grateful. This whole weekend, I've been in a state of complete gratitude. I laid on the floor and just put my head down and prayed to God for like 15 minutes. I just couldn't believe it. My daughter got whatever she needed today. My wife took me to a nice brunch. We hit gains. We hit 3 of the charts, I called the Bitcoin pump last night. Like this morning, things are going well. Like it's just been it's one of those days where I had not one thing that I was not grateful for. And I just, was like this close to just crying tears of joy for most of the day. Just a blessing to be alive every single day. And so I'm free, baby. I'm just being me. I'm expressing myself. If I want to be funny, I want to be funny. If I want to, whatever I want to do, I'm doing it on a Sunday night with the people that don't judge me and love me. My whole life I had to watch what I said and watch what I did, because I was different and I wasn't like everybody else. And my jokes were a little wacky and my energy was a little big. And, I talked a little louder than everybody else. And, I got a little more energetic when I talked about something. I got a little more passionate. And, it didn't fit in the workplace. It wasn't the best place to be. My energy, my emotions, my personality. But now I get to use those things every single day in the way that serves me and you. And may God, He has a place for each and every one of us. I'm telling you, no matter how different you feel, no matter how much you don't fit in, no matter what's going on in your life, I'm telling you right now, God has a place for you. It may take you some time to find it. I found mine. It took a long time. But God has a place for you. And so there's so many things that I could go on and on about being grateful for. But I'm just grateful that you're here. And we're going to dive into Bitcoin even deeper now. And I have just even more to talk about. May God bless each and every one of you for coming here tonight. I'm just excited for 2023. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for love. And I'm excited for high frequency individuals that want to change their life, baby. I love it. And there's nothing better. So thank you for my spiel. I'm done. Let's move on. So this is a bit of a cup and handle too. Sammy cup and handy on Bitcoin here for sure. I mean, that's a cup and handle. Respecting the trend line. Measured move would take you to 27,200. And this bigger measured move would take us up to about 31,096.20. All right. You could say that the bearish divergence for the daily did play out. Divergence only gets you, right? Divergence only gets you to the next resistance point. And so we had bearish divergence and we came, and so far the bears were unable to trump and break us below. Let's see this level, the level that we bounced, like 22,500, held very nicely. Very, very nicely. Anyone asking about BOOKMAP, BOOKMAP in the description below. Boom. So this is where we stand here. We got to break out of this bigger channel. Or you could say we kind of already did. Looks like we did. Now we're in a bit of a flag here. So we're going to make this smaller. And we're going to show you what I see happening tonight and into tomorrow. And here's the real breakdown for Bitcoin. All right. But it's the weekly close. We got to look at the bigger time frames. We got to talk about anomalies. We got to break it down. We got to have fun. But I mean, see this flag? This is a beautiful flag on the, and when Asia wakes up and see that we didn't get panic sold off on a Sunday night like we normally do, it may be pretty substantial. Also, they got through their new year, right, where they give out a lot of money and stuff. Everyone's kind of settled. A lot of people did get money too. They might start buying into Bitcoin. Another thing that is likely to happen here is whenever we get these bunched up moving averages and the 200 becomes the outlier, Bitcoin makes this move up to the 200 SMA. So really, it's not a sure thing, but I think it's the most surest thing in all of trading. The move to the 200 SMA. And again, it will come down as price action moves to it. They kind of sandwich each other, but price tends to make up the gap a lot quicker in time. All right. So this is beautiful. I mean, and at the end of the day, if you really look at it, kind of had a bit of a shoulder there, a head and a right shoulder, and that played out. Neckline to the headline, and you got the breakout. We played it differently this morning. Let's go to the 7 and the 15. If you were with me this morning, trying to see where was my cup and handle here. 15-minute cup and handle. Was it here? I'd have to go back to this morning, but we had this thing and a bit of a cup and handle. Was it here? We had this flag at least. Yeah, maybe something like this, right? And that thing blasted. And then what I did is on the 1 minute, I found this ascending triangle, see? And that almost hit the measured move. Now we're in this inverted head and shoulder in the wedge. You see it? Shoulder, head, and shoulder. That wants to break up on the 1 minute chart to the upside. That's got a level. So we got some bullishness on the smaller time frames. We got some bullishness on the bigger time frames. The 3-day coming down, the daily coming down, the hidden bullish divergence. I'm telling you right now, my system is screaming that Bitcoin is about to go all the way at least to 24,596 here to this point of control, 24,700. And we'll see what happens. We're going to make this channel back to the top, back to the bottom, back to the top, channel through here, and eventually get our way out of this to the upside. But that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin right now. And again, it's not guaranteed. We could fall out of this, make a bearish retest of this area, drop to the downside. A lot of people say, okay, we're still in this rising wedge here, like this, and it has to break back down to this area, and we have to fall to here. 21.5 hasn't been hit yet again. We need to double bottom there. That could happen. I'm open-minded. I'm never 100% one way, right? I collect the data, and whichever one has more pull or push in probability, that's what I take. And in my lifetime, hidden bullish divergence has been the strongest indicator I've ever used. When I've basically went out on a limb in front of a whole group of people and been like, yo, this is going to pop based on the hidden bullish, it's made me look very good many, many times. So if anyone has put themselves on the line with technical analysis, it's me. Every single day, I've put my head on the block and been like, hey, this is what I see. This is the higher probability, yada, yada, yada. And most of the time, I get, technical analysis paves the way for me to look correct and for everything to work out the way it's supposed to. God willing, God bless. So, and it's the math that was made in this system. The math in this system is amazing, right? So we're going to watch this 7-minute flag here. Looks like we could get a bit of a short squeeze tonight. And again, no liquidity. The bigger liquidity is here, but now they've moved it up. 23,000, right? Nothing down here anymore. So the bears who were trying to buy low got scared, and they decided 23 and 23.2 is their order book. They're not going to try to get any lower anymore than 23,000. That's pretty interesting. So these orders have moved up. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got that slow short squeeze again, because too many people are in denial about what's happening. They don't believe in what could happen. Shibarium Portal is live. Let's go. That's amazing. Shibarium Portal is live, everybody. That's big news. Big news. So we're watching this shoulder, head, and shoulder here on the 7-minute time frame. It is a little high. We're watching this 15-minute. Wants to rip right now out of this channel. I like what I'm seeing here. We got to wait out this 7. I like that we broke out of this falling wedge to the upside. I like that we hit this channel and did not break down. And the biggest thing of all of this really was the fact that we were able to call out the bullish divergence on the 1 hour nice and neat. It was just clear as day to me. And you know what's funny? You get just better over time at technical analysis. You just get better at trusting yourself. But see this swing up, and that swing down told me that that was likely going to be our low. I harped about it. I went over it many times. And then once we broke out of here, remember I said we just do not want to get back in here, and I made that little box and so on and so forth. So, and here we are again. Is my box still there? There's my box there on the Binance chart. So this is kind of what we've been doing. We call this divergence. We got the bottom bump. We found this flag. We got that move. We got this flag. We got that flag. And you can just see how we're continuing to track Bitcoin on a daily and hourly basis, you know. And if you're in my trading group, I was in my trading group almost all day, just looking at Bitcoin, loving life, hanging out with my family, doing things that I do on a Sunday. And I put out a bunch of charts, too, that are on my radar that you could see if you're lucky enough. But I was just putting out Bitcoin updates, too, throughout the day, right? And things that I was just seeing as we were approaching into the time, right? Like right there, good probability Bitcoin hits the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. We want to get up there, right? And that's what now that's really the next thing that we're looking for is we want to see this price action. You know, we'll clean this up for you one more time on the 1 hour. I guess the smaller time frames are better at this moment in time. And I delete my old work because it is what it is. It got us as far as we needed to get. All right. But here, all right. And why I stopped the music is because I wanted to talk about math real quick. MNET looking nice. So everybody, you know, and we could clip this out, Sean. Let's do this as a segmentation. Segmentation yet again. And when I do segmentations, what I'll do is I'll make myself bigger so that when John takes it, or whoever takes it, the resolution holds a little better. How's that, right? Thinking of everybody. So now y'all can see me nice and big. But I'm going to be drawing here, all right? So real quick, this is going to take like a minute or two, all right? And most of you know this stuff, but it might blow your mind, all right? So I just like the power of 9, all right? The power of the number 9, right? And a lot of people know this, but a lot of people don't, right? 9 times any number equals 9, all right? So 9 times 7 is 63, all right? And if you took the numerical value, 6 plus 3 equals 9, all right? 9 times 9 is 81, right? And 8 plus 1 is 9, right? 9 times 5 is 45, right? And 4 plus 5 is 9. You could take any number you want in the world. It does not matter what the number is. This is insane. Watch this. You could take 4,523 times 9. You will get 3 plus 7, which is 10, plus 3, which is 13, right? Plus 7, which is 20, plus 7, which is 27. 2 plus 7 equals 9. It's insane, right? It doesn't matter. You could take this number and times it by 9, and you will get 3 plus 3, which is 9, plus 6, which is 15, plus 3, which is 8, plus 3, which is 21, plus that extra 8, which would be, I have to do it right, but you will get 9, all right? You'll get 9. Oh, you'll get 9 no matter what you do. 3 plus 3 is 6, 12, 15, 18, 24, 27, 2 plus 7 equals 9, all right? Done. Now, it goes another way, too. I found out today thinking, I was like, well, any number you add to 9 equals the number. So you're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, 5 plus 9 equals 14, right? But 1 plus 4 equals 5. And this is the same thing. So once you go through 9, you come back to yourself every time, right? Same thing here. So you could take 12 plus 9, right? And what it does, 12, that's 3 because 1 plus 2 is 3. That equals 21, right? And 2 plus 1 equals 3. And 3 is back on the side again. Anything you could take 15, which is 6 plus 9, right? Equals 24. 2 plus 4 equals 6. You're back squared again. Insane. So I just wanted to kind of run this by you. I love it. I do this kind of stuff all the time with my daughter and my wife and my kids. Numbers are amazing. They'll blow your mind. If that doesn't make you realize that we live in some type of insane matrix anomaly, that's why these Fibonacci works. That's why all the math works. That's why all the things that you see me show on the channel actually play out. It's the math, everybody. It's the math. Come to my live stream every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. If you like this type of wacky, awesome, sauceum stuff, I'm here every day. My name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and I can't wait to see you on the next live stream on YouTube. All right. Thank you for sitting me through that. I just had to go through that. Most of you probably know this. I don't listen to wizards, but bye-bye. This guy's funny, man. Numbers are universal language. It's all about 369 Vortex. Smile and nod. I love Fluoride. You're funny, man. We're here to escape the Matrix. I love Fluoride. You're funny, dude. So anyway, let's get back into the mood here. I hope I didn't break the mood with doing that, you know. So Bitcoin, we're looking for the 1 hour and look at the 1 hour wants to make a move. See how it's pumping up there and it's about to turn on the stochastics? And again, I could be wrong. We could be bearish. Let's look for some bearish signs here. But I mean, this isn't a nice little flag. The 15 minutes pointing to the upside, that's an inverted head and shoulder. It is a symmetrical triangle. That's a 50-50 shot, so it could break up or down, and it could be a fake out, and it could break us to the downside. And we could be making an M pattern here if we can't get above the zone. So here's our bearish idea. You come up, you can't break above here, you make an M, and you drop right back down. So Bitcoin's going to have to make a 4-hour candle closing. I would like here, or at least to this measured move would be nice, but above this yellow line, I'd like to see a 4-hour candle close somewhere by 4 a.m. in that zone, in that time period, right? Above 23,800 to keep me comfy and feeling nice. If we can't get back above 23,650, I would expect either some sideways behavior or some downside. Again, we go into Monday, the worst day to trade in the entire week. False Move Monday has lots of ups and downs, lots of crazy happenings. It's not the funnest day to trade. We got to be careful. False Move Monday every single time, right? Sorry about that. I got to shifty McGifty myself over there. Off the numbers there. Off the numbers, kid. You're on the numbers over there, kid. Get off the numbers, kid. To find out if any number is divisible by 3, add the digits together. Super chats, MDX and DXY. The bones of your finger follow the Fibonacci sequence. We have 8 fingers in total, 5 digits on each hand, 3 bones in each finger, and 2 bones in the thumb, and 1 thumb on each hand. Unbelievable. If you take your date of birth and add it together, you can find out what life path you are. Amen. What, babe? Oh, she's not talking to me. I never know if my wife hears something. She always says something. And she's so spiritual and beautiful. I like to hear what she says. I love listening to my wife. My wife is like a guide for me. She's a spiritual guide. I got some awesome number stuff related to time frame. I just went over on my channel. Shout out to the Crypto Clown World. God bless you. Birthday 9/11/1966, man. My life path is 6. I believe mine's an 8, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Mathematics and crypto only from the lifer. Well, mathematics got me into crypto. Gained square of 9, man. So I bet we got people that are that would blow me out in math in this room right now. I know it. Of the 550 beautiful souls that didn't all hit that like button. I don't know why. Everybody, if you hit the like button, it helps your own channel. It helps your own idea. It helps your own channel, your own mind channel grow. Because if you're into cryptocurrency and you have any type of crypto and you love crypto, hit that like button. Help yourself get to that next level. We greatly appreciate you for being here and sharing your awesome time with us. I worry about the 7. The 7 says we may be just still sitting in this zone, may not able to get out yet. We need the short squeeze. We need the momentum. And look, so far it's a little bit of a short squeeze. Look at it. 7K, 12K. Could it be the slow short squeeze again? Remember? No! Like the Austin Powers steamroller short squeeze. Like last night, we talked about the slow-mo short squeeze. Don't stop. No. Oh. Just getting completely flattened. But you saw it coming every second of the day. You just decided it wasn't going to happen to you. You were invincible. You couldn't get liquidated. Your account was better than everybody else's. Your money wasn't the same as theirs. Your money can't get taken on the exchange. It's just different money. It's special money, right? That's what you... My money's not the same as your money. I can't get liquidated. It's just not going to happen to me today. It might happen to you, but it's not going to happen to me. My life path is a giant hole. I love you, Gina. You're scared. Don't scare people. Oh, Gina, we love you. Oh my gosh. You wanted me to spit out my lemon water all over the keyboard, but not this time, Gina. Not this time. I know, you're trying to get me to ruin my keyboard. That's what you want. You want me to just... Not this time. Not this time. I got the labradorite on my mind. Not this time. I'm sorry. Sorry. But the night stream, I get to be fun. So look, the short squeeze is kind of happening here. We're about to hit 23,600. I mean, this is happening. It's happening in our face right now. And we even have the target. We have the target to prove it. We have the inverted head and shoulder. Things are going our way. MACD about to get across. Falling volume with falling prices. We will get a reversal. We got above the point of control. We're seeing it as it's happening. You know what's crazy? Look at this. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. This is hidden bullish divergence. Tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. We will make a high higher than this high. So, I mean, by golly gee oh my, that's hidden bullish. And it tells us we will make a high higher than this high. Which tells me that a short squeeze basically has to happen. So by the magician status of my wizardry, we have to get a short squeeze right now. There's no other way. And there it is, 89,000. Look, it's happening as we speak yet again. Look, it hasn't happened since the last. Look, there it is, 97,000. We go to 23,600. And there we go. Hidden bullish divergence starting to, which did form, gives us the next move. Look, you even had hidden bullish here because this is kind of flattened down while this continued up. Yet another form of hidden. And there you broke that because that told you that you would make a high higher than that high. So that hidden bullish just played out. If you don't believe me, look, this is a form of hidden bullish. Because this is almost flat. And that is just a sharp, it's like a class C. It's the rarest form. But the short squeeze is happening. I swear to God, excuse me, I shouldn't say that. It seems to me, I don't like saying that. It seems to me, it was an old habit. It seems to me that whenever I come on the live stream, they short squeeze. I graduated with an accounting degree, and I just learned for the first time from Sam about the nines. Bitcoin pumping. I mean, look at the short squeeze here. And here we are again, calling the move to the upside. This is like, how many times can you come to the channel and watch a guy give you the trade on a platter for Bitcoin? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken. But look at the short squeeze now, baby. 199,000. It's like the whole market just woke up on us. And the volatility is crazy. If you are on the wrong side of this trade, you're getting slammed diddy damned. You're getting slammed right now. It is not fun. It is a Sunday strawberry short squeeze. Sunday strawberry shortcake short squeeze, whatever you want to call it. It's not short squeeze orange juice like tomorrow morning, Monday morning. It is strawberry short squeeze cake. Strawberry shortcake. Yeah, strawberry short squeeze. It's a Sunday strawberry short. Yeah, I got to get it right. A Sunday strawberry short squeeze. It's an alliteration. That is an alliteration. If you didn't know, in English we call it an alliteration. If you say three or more words in a row that start with the same letter and make sense. Maybe it doesn't have to make sense, but it's good if it makes sense. You know what I mean? So I can teach you linguistics, lexicon. I can give you a nice vocabulary. You can be very, verbaceous. Very verbaceous. Know a lot of words. All right? If you come to the channel every single day, I'll keep you going. I'll keep you educated. You will sound like a scholar. And you will speak of the highest quality. All right? You will make eleemosynary gifts to people around the world. Who here can tell me what... All right. Here's the deal. If someone could tell me how to spell eleemosynary and what it means, the first person to write this true spelling and what it means here in the comment section, 1 month free in the trading group. First person to write the spelling of eleemosynary and what it means in the trading section here. It's a very obscure word, arcane. All right. Let's see. I'm watching to see who here is. I mean, it does take a Google search and a look. Someone might know it off this time. I don't spell good. I'll just pay. Got close. Okay, we got one guy. Eleemosynary. Okay, let's look at the first person here. Ely Masanary, Joshua Jelowick did write it, but you got to write the actual definition. All right? You got to write the definition. You got to write the definition. No idea from the top of my head. Ely Masanary, relating to or dependent to charity. All right. The other guy said charity up here too. Ely Masanary. Sam Amano, financial advising, that's it, who should be taken. But yeah, you're usually right on the money. Shout out to Sweaty Dave. I'm mostly just allergic to politicians. You're funny. That's fine. Any allergies? Penguins, strawberry short squeeze. Sunday, strawberry short squeeze. That's what happens. I mean, we just saw a beautiful short squeeze there. 187,000 on a Sunday night. Yeah. Ely Masanary, he wrote it good. Relates to charity. I'm going to give it to My Crypto Goods. My Crypto Goods, you want a month in the trading group. God bless you, My Crypto Goods. All right? My Crypto Goods. Use this email if you can. Email cryptolifers@gmail. My Crypto Goods. Yeah. Ely Masanary, take a screenshot of this. Let us know it's you. And thank you so much for participating. That was awesome. God bless you. Ely Masanary. I'm the number to beat on Bitcoin. 23,643. Yep, that's what we got to beat now. That's our local high there. We just pinged it. You just hit the candle. The high was 24,644, 65 cents. You're right on the money. Do you take AMAX? I believe we do. I think PayPal might take, Super Chats, MDT, DYX, and Mars 4. CKB, Nervos has been moving pretty nicely too. Let's take a look at the total market cap for all of cryptocurrency and see what's happening. And we bounce from the green box. I mean, unbelievable. We bounce from the green box back above the zone. Can we stay above resistance is the question. And, the 4 hours is a little spent, but it still could have a big move. The 1 hour is kind of bending. We really need to see this kind of make bacon on the beach tonight. We got to get this flag to rally up to the 200 SMA. It's highly likely we get to this 200 SMA on both this time frame and, on both the total market cap and Bitcoin. And we'll clear the gap here, the VRVP, which we're already moving through. So we're in a gap in the VRVP, which tells you that we're not likely to stay here. And we've already broken through this high liquidity zone. So it's just very likely we head up here based off this idea of technical analysis. However, you never know. That's going to be our next resistance zone, $1.05 trillion. Anything is possible. But I'd like to see this kind of boop and this move right back to the upside here. Bitcoin will follow the same idea, and that 1 hour time frame is looking for this move up to the 200 SMA. We are also in a gap in the VRVP that we took. This right area shows you the channel volume, and we're in a gap here. And as we head back up to this area, it's likely we head right to this point of control, this red line, as you can see, sticking out. And that's also going to coincide with the 200 SMA. Bunched up area, we're likely to pump up to that 200 SMA. Short squeezes in our favor. We could be just getting a little breather and enough moves to pump us back up to the upside. We've now moved away from this big liquidity zone. I wouldn't be surprised if we built some more liquidity up here. Right now, there's a little layer getting built. What is this? This is BOOKMAP. It's a heat map with an order book. It's showing us how many people are buying and selling Bitcoin on amalgamated data from Bybit, OKX, and Binance Futures. And it's showing us who's getting liquidated. So like right there, $484,000, 83 accounts was liquidated. There, 939,223 accounts were liquidated. And you can run this all day. Gives you cumulative volume delta on the liquidations too as well. And if you look here on the order book, it gives you the actual amount. Like right here, 1,146 Bitcoins would like to be purchased at $23,000. Okay? So these are just, it's an interesting idea. It gives you a look of what's happening behind the scenes. Link to BOOKMAP in the description below of all my videos, and I do get a commission if you sign up to Global Plus. Check it out today, and you can also do Link PERP, Doge PERP, and a few other altcoins like Matic and the like. So check it out. It gives you data. It lets you know what's happening. And look, we were able to watch this short squeeze play out right in front of us tonight and last night. You see me use it I use it every single day on the live stream. There's not a day goes by we don't have BOOKMAP pumping and running, gunning and flying and doing its thing. So shout out to everybody that kicks it with us. So I'm watching this flag on the 1 hour. It's looking nice to me. I'm watching this little dip here on the stochastics. I'm also looking at those hidden bullish divergences that are likely to play out, right? On these smaller time frames, even the 15-minute has one. So, hey, let's see what happens. We are getting oversold on the 15-minute and the 7. It may stall us out for the next couple hours and see if us go sideways, but I want to see this pump, and then the idea that we can move up to the 200 SMA. And that's my update for Bitcoin. Highly likely we go sideways or to the upside for Bitcoin, in my humble opinion, but anything is possible. Always have a stop loss and always be careful. Let's take a look at MDT as we move in to the... And so that's kind of my update for the night for total market cap for Bitcoin. Okay. And we'll take a look at ES1 if there's anything similar here on the mark. ES1 again getting the move. I believe we can get that pump back up to the 200 SMA again for ES1. So I'm going to hypothesize the same idea, gap through this area. And you know why? I mean, we have this bigger kind of set of, if we took it from here to here, that's a swing down. Swing down. So we don't get, it looks like a bullish divergence, but we don't have it. If you took it from here, though, all the way down, and then you took this, you would kind of have it. And I've seen that play out before, so it's not the best, but I have back tested these wacky divergences, and more than you realize, they have played out. Like it's like a triple divergence here. And at the end of the day, that's moving up while that's moving down. Sometimes the 15-minute will be a little oversensitive to as well, and that's actually worse. So it's interesting. But can we get the move back up? We lost. This is really important here, what's happening to the S&P. We zoom out. Look, the S&P had this trend line. Tap, 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 tap. If we break back inside here, the S&P can fall all the way back down here. We could retest the lows of 3,100, 3,200, 3,369, these areas. That's not going to be the best for the S&P, all right? We want to take a look at what our daily's doing. And like Bitcoin, we're finally oversold in the S&P. So what we need desperately, right, is a move here. So let's clean this up. Let's take a look at what's happening. But, you know, we lost this beautiful flag we were in. I wanted that move to the upside. Measured move would have taken us really nicely up. So right now, if we look at the S&P, which they're not 100% correlated right now, but I believe eventually, here's the deal. They may not be correlated. If people are making money in the stock market and say they get into Tesla and they used to play in Tesla and they turn $3,000 into $5,000 or something, and the stock market pumps, they might be more apt to throw $2,000 into Bitcoin or, you know, to buy an altcoin. So, you know, you want people to do, even if, you know, I'm not a huge stock guy and I'm, you know, I was for years, but, you know, now I'm a Bitcoin dude and I make fun of stonks and all that fun stuff like stonks. But at the end of the day, I want everyone to be happy. And the more people that make money in the stock market, the more people are going to throw crazy money into Bitcoin. So you know in your heart that this is what you want. You want them in the game with us. So look, here's what we have here. I'm actually going to make this the channel. We're going to delete some of these support and resistance lines. We're going to get rid of the moving averages for a second. I just want to really get it clear in my mind what I'm looking at. So when we look at the S&P, we had this bullish divergence. I called the bottom for the S&P. I called this cup and handle that hit the target, if you remember correctly, right? But we stalled out, and now we've been playing kind of, you know, cat and mouse here with Bitcoin and the dollar index. The daily looks beautiful to me. And again, on the daily, what you have is you have hidden bullish. It's just like Bitcoin. This is swinging up while that's swinging down. Strongest indicator in the game really says that it's likely we get the move to the upside. So we need this bounce off this high volume node, or it's a point of control right there. We need a bounce. We need a bounce here. Tomorrow morning, this starts to fall down where it's just going to be bad for regular markets, and that means we could end up down here. We need this to bounce on out. So we're at a crucial point for the S&P. If you're trading stocks, this is a big deal. It really is. Like you really need this bounce. We need it too. I mean, we all need it. I'm not going to, you know, there's a chance we kind of dodge somewhat of a bullet, but just because I'm all crypto does not mean that I won't be exposed. So we want this move. And honestly, this has cup and handle vibes too as well, as this has a bit of a cup here. And this could even be a shoulder. This is a head and that's a right shoulder. It doesn't have to be perfect, everybody. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly like you looked at it. That's still, I've seen those play out as inverted and as head and shoulders the other way down. So just remember that type of sauce. So possible cup and handle for ES1. We have to get this bounce. It's super important. We get the bounce, we basically retest this line. So we have hidden bullish divergence, oversold in the stochastics. I like what I'm seeing here. 1 hour's a little beat. 4 hour could bend it, you know. No, the worry thing is the 1 hour. But even though the 1 hour is worrisome, not the worst case in the world, because we could get this We could move back down and bounce here and then, double bottom here and get a move on out. And that would reset the 1 hour. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. First things first, we got to get above this local point of control. If I zoom out right there at 4,000, and then we can kind of talk about the rest. But this is actually, we're at a crucial point for the S&P on the daily time frame. This really has to make a move to the upside. We got to have this hidden bullish divergence play out. Highly likely it does. Hidden bullish divergence is kind of the one. And the one thing I wanted to show you that I saw here was this idea. If I move this line up a little bit, actually, or just draw a new line here, we have a bit of an ascending triangle. See this? You can even do here a bit of a symmetrical right here forming. There's a symmetrical triangle right there. Measured move would take you to the upside base of that triangle or take you down. So, and that would start that move back down to the bottom of this channel. So we're at a big spot here for the S&P. We really need this Sammy come in handy to play out. This is a big deal. I didn't realize we were going to see such a precipice tonight on the S&P. Super chats from Gina Bumpina. Thank you so much, Gina. I appreciate you. It's almost like I want to delay it just to keep you going. No, I'm not. I'm messing around. Let's take a look at MDT. I would never do that. God bless you, Gina. Let's take a look at MDT. And shout out to everyone that's kicked it with me throughout all the insanity that's gone on in the end of 2022 and into 2023. Bless you all. You kept your head on. You know it was up. And you stayed loyal to the life. I appreciate you all. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Bigger and smaller ideas. Actually, if we zoom out of everything. Look at this. Beautiful trend line forming for MDT for whatever reason, right? So it's either getting staked. People like it. What does MDT do? I got to look at it right now. It's telling me that people are staking it. And because it's measurable data token. Okay. 6 cents, $42 million market cap in the sweet spot. Actually, it's a market cap I really like. 7 and 11 is very risky and you never know, right? Salam Dese Proyecto, right? Or Siam, that's funny. If you would like to know where measurable data token at a current rate, blah, 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 aims to provide a blockchain-based data economy where data providers and data buyers can exchange data securely and anonymously. How to read and analyze a white paper. Interesting. That's a good idea. Should go over that together. Measurable data token. Control and monetize your data. Do less, earn more, secure all. How does MDT work? Measurable data token. I get it. Measurable data token. So they're already taking your data anyway. So why don't you give it and get paid for it and let other people figure it out? Like you took an Uber, you did this, you did Amazon, and wow, Reward Me is a new way of reward app that helps you earn rewards automatically on the purchases you made. It's not part of the MDT ecosystem and rewards you for the data. It's part of the MDT and rewards you for the data you contribute. Once you opt in, your data is anonymized, aggregated, and exchange as big data. And the platform creates smart contracts through the blockchain to make sure you get your share of the profits, the rewards you earn from the Reward Me app. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? And there's a lot more of this happening around. I like the project. I like the idea. I like the framework. I like the market cap. That could 10x and make some gains if max supply 1 billion, not the worst in the world. And it's on KuCoin, right? No, actually only on Binance and Coinbase. All right. If you want to trade Binance, Bolsadex, there's a link in the description below. Bolsadex, so don't be shy. We can trade this in the trading group with my Bolsadex link. That'll lead you to that cloud on Binance. You'll be able to get into Binance liquidity, right? If you would like. So look at this. That's getting tighter and tighter in the zone. There's a high volume node sticking out here. I like what I'm seeing for this. Whoever's looking at this knows my sauce. They like what I look for. 4-hour time frame's a little high, but we're going sideways. 22 is ready to blast off, so the bigger time frame says yay. We just got to wait out that 4 hour really. So when it trades like this is, I either get in right now because I'm afraid I'm going to miss and the 4 hours is going to pump anyway no matter what. Happened on Falcon the other day and it just kept moving. So this is beautiful. I like what I'm seeing here for MDT. Shout out to anyone that gave us MDT. You did your homework. I could see you were looking at what I was looking at. Even the RSI's in the tight channel, and I love when I can put the RSI inside a tight channel. That's a good sign for me. This is looking nice. MDT. We got command over this, I got command over this technical analysis. I feel good. I feel, the last couple of days, I really feel in the pocket as I can't speak. I really feel as I can't even talk, right? Yeah, in the pocket. What pocket? The pocket in your shirt? Hey, jump on in. Jumps in pocket. You guys are so funny. You need a ride home? Jumps in pocket. Y'all, you're just, stuff you say stays in my mind. I love it. It's so creative and interesting. I love this group of people. I wouldn't spend another moment with anybody else but the lifers. MDT, 22-hour time frame. So watching the 4-hour. For a lower stoke, if that means anything to you. And you could trade this on Bolsa Dex if you have to. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. You're all blessed individuals kicking it with the lifer every single day. And I'm pretty sure Lena and Render, PJ Cabrera, my man PJ, how you been, my friend? Thank you so much for and Crypto Rambler. Lena, thank you so much for the super chats. God bless you, beautiful souls. Thank you so much. $26 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. Thank you. We love you too, babes. Thank you. Love that you were here, but Lifer asks, we don't share links in the live stream. Thank you for understanding. Amen. No, you cannot share your MEXC Global link. I have my own MEXC Global link. All right? And so you can't share your link on my stream. I worked like every single day for 10,000 days. You can't sell your bananas outside my fruit stand, man. I've come outside every day to create this clientele out by my fruit. That's how it works. But definitely use my link to Bolsa Dex that he's talking about. If you want to change, to MEXC Global. MEXC Global is the place to be. Zero fees, baby. Get on into MEXC Global today. They're using that ETFs, so you can trade ETFs and get it in without worry of getting liquidated. I love their ETFs. It's the place to be. MEXC Global, baby. MEXC Global, MEXC. And they're giving away 100 BTC too as well. Prize pool. So we know where ES1 is at. We know where Total's at. Let's take a look at the DXY. So the DXY broke out of that rising wedge. We weren't happy about it. We were like, nah, dude, nah. Now the 1 hour is making a flag just like Bitcoin. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if these things pumped together. Why? I do not know why, but it looked, the only good thing about the DXY is Bitcoin is just below its 200 SMA. So let's look for when the dollar munched up and it pumped up to the 200 SMA. Kind of like one of these moves or one of these pumps here. It's kind of where Bitcoin's sitting at. But the dollar is way above the 200 SMA. These are really far apart, telling us that this is getting extended. It really is. It's getting extended. However, this flag and this oversold 1 hour says that the dollar will pump, which is supposed to be not good for Bitcoin. But you never know. Tomorrow may be a day where Bitcoin and the dollar pump together yet again. People are selling off other currencies to kind of better off their money because they're getting beat worse in inflation. So what they do is they sell off their currencies and buy more dollars to keep inflation back. And what that happens is that pumps the dollar up. But they might even buy Bitcoin to stop inflation. They might buy Bitcoin and the dollar of their currency. So they might be dumping like the Turkish dollar, or they might be dumping the Brazilian peso. You know what I mean? And that's going to pump up Bitcoin and the dollar, which would make sense. Like if the world needed something to do, this would make sense, right? So, hey Sam, you dropped your pocket. Oh my God, where did it go? I drop back in the pocket, man. That's it. I don't drop my pocket. I drop back in the pocket. Ready to go. Never noticed. Great tip tonight. I'm glad I made the switch to try it out. When MDD pumps, I find Koval does as well. I'm using your link for MEXC Global. Thanks for providing it anytime, Crypto Clan. God bless you. Why is Lifer in the middle of the screen tonight? I'm not in the middle of the screen. I'm not in the middle of the screen. Look, you just didn't have the buttons on the side. See? So you thought I was in the middle, but I wasn't. All right? All right? All right? You just played yourself. All right? Don't play yourself. Let's take a look at Fetch AI back on KuCoin and Binance. Did get a rip up, but look, I mean, these are consolidating tighter and tighter. To me, only a matter of time till another big move comes to AI. My prediction is that Microsoft, comes out with some other news. They tweak ChatGPT. You hear more about Bard, right? No one's hearing about Bard, right? Bard is the AI of Google, right? Google Bard, I believe it's called. Google AI Bard and new AI features 2 weeks ago. How to use Google Bard, the latest AI chatbot service. All right, Google Bard is a new chatbot to launch in the wake of the competitor AI ChatGPT. So more of this is going to come out. It just got started. I believe March and into April. Spring is great for this type of news, and I would be looking for these to go up again, into bigger moves. So I'm watching these portfolios here, Fetch AI and a lot of other stuff. I'm personally building a pretty nice, decent portfolio. And I shared it with everyone in my trading group, and I will share it tonight. I'll deep dive it again, and I'll show you what I got, because I basically almost completed it. I put all the money that I had in there. And so Fetch AI looks beautiful to me. If this doesn't pump, fine, so be it. But, tight moving averages, high volume node. Bitcoin's looking somewhat good, like it can go sideways. This is one of the premier coins, right? It's going to lead the AI movement. And the BTC pair on KuCoin as well. But you got Fetch, you got AGIX. They all look very similar to each other. All right, and these are going to be your premier AI coins. I have a list of all the hot AI coins. I've given it away to everyone in the trading group. We know exactly what they are. If you would like that list, if you'd like to get in with us, if you'd like to know what's happening, I would definitely join the trading group. We don't play around. We were in AGIX down here at 4 cents. I can prove it. Look, these are time-stamped and you can't edit them. You can edit them. If you do, it says edited. But if you look at AGIX, USDT here, when did Sammy first start putting out AGIX? And we can go all the way back to one of my first posts and look at the price. All right, 118 right there, right? January 18th, but it was even earlier than that. 117, AGIX. Here it is. Where is it at here? It's at 17 cents, right? That and eventually would play out. That was a nice, even if those are just swing trades, right? And we keep going. 1.4 right here. I'm showing you, I believe this was the bottom at 4 cents on the 4th of January. And this would never go lower than this trend line, and this would pump up 83 and then continue to rip. Got above this point of control, tight moving averages, and boom, it was gone. And we gave you this, and now, if you look at it now, it's at 41 cents. It did a 10x. In total, it went to 66. I mean, can you believe it? From 4 cents to 66 cents in the trading group. And it did it in about a month and a half, 40 days of massive gains. So I find that astonishing. I didn't know that was going to happen in December. So that's why I love running the trading group. I have no idea what gains we're going to be posting. I have no idea what celebrations we're going to be celebrating. I didn't, I have, I believe that I'm going to put the TA to work, and the TA is going to work for us. And we're going to find massive gains, and we're going to have fun. We're going to explore the world. But I mean, you never know, right? And so, again, you take a shot or you don't. It is what it is. And I'm starting to build here in these consolidative points. All right. I even drew Fibonacci's on these, and they look really nice because they came down to their 618 fib levels. That's a golden pocket right there. That was your exact place to load up at 35 cents. 35 to 41 cents, to me, beautiful place. I mean, would have liked to get way more down at 4. It's already up big. And that's I mean, now this thing does a 10x to $4. You do 100x, right? But you can only 10x now from 41 cents. And that's the pain of not buying the absolute bottom. And that's how, 100xing is not easy, right? At all. Super chats, Mars 4. What is Mars 4 here on Bittrex and KuCoin? Let's take a look. I traded it before. Oh, look. It's up from when I had it in this little channel. Look at that. Almost hit the target there. Mars 4. Mars 4 to the upside, dude, on KuCoin. Thing just moons, dude. It moons. Every time I get in there, it just starts to fly. How do you like them apples? So Mars 4 looks beautiful to me. It's in a rising wedge. 1 hour could dump on your face, so we could open it a little bit here, something like this. Maybe it comes down a little lower and touches the channel. 4 hour time frame's kind of in indecision, but could give you the move. Moving averages are tight on the 4, and you're moving with the 200. That's a really good sign. Kind of a rounded top there, but it's not the worst. It's got some actually cup and handle vibes in a way with a double bottom there. 22's oversold. You're about to get a golden cross on the daily time frame. It just got back above the 200 SMA. A lot of things fly once they get above the 200 SMA. I think, the chart conveys this thing can make bacon on the beach. So you watch it closely. It bounced here nicely. It has resistance here, which is bouncing off to again, so there's an SR flip possible. Got a little bit of bearish divvy here that is playing out at the moment. Moving average a little far apart on the daily, but we could get that movement conjoined. And it has parabolic vibe. It has the parabola vibe. I believe this thing is highly likely to make the move. Mars 4. And I always remember that you lifers always give me hot things to look at. So on the 4 hour, this looks pretty good to me, but you got to wait it out. But we watched this on the live stream. I think it passes the test for me. I set alerts on the 1 hour. Mars 4 on the radar. Thank you for that love. Appreciate that. ETHBTC. Let's look at ETH Bitcoin on Binance. So I've been tracking ETH Bitcoin. We usually go over it a lot. Haven't looked at it in a while. Shoulder, head, and shoulder I had a long time ago. Kept going sideways, which is pretty nice. It's what it should do if we were bullish. And actually, this is starting to follow right on my hypothesis, because if the market turned bearish, then these would all kind of just both collapse together. But this was still showing bullishness, which showed that Bitcoin and ETH, if this is still showing bullishness, it shows that Bitcoin and ETH are both going to pump. And this shows you're going to make 52% on your Bitcoin against Ethereum. And I believe it, over time, you're going to make more money. Look at the 3-day chart telling you it's time to load up on ETH Bitcoin. So ETHBTC 3-day looks absolutely beautiful. And it's like a long-term hold. You hold it for a year, and you make 50. You make maybe one Bitcoin turns into 1.5. You make more Bitcoin by using Ethereum. All right, so you hold Ethereum only to make money to hold more Bitcoin. The idea is to make so much money in the bull market with Bitcoin. Take enough profits in US Tether to live, right? Take enough profits that you can put back to gain, to get some real estate to create cash flow, and then be able to hold the Bitcoins that you make until the next bull run, even though they're probably going to take a hit to the downside, right? Because they're just going to get scarcer and scarcer and scarcer, all right? I mean, that ETHBTC chart looks really nice on the 3-day. Thank you so much for putting that on my radar. Let's take a look at LINA and Render. LINA, baby, LINA. And lately, I've been having all this extra energy on the live stream, and I have no idea where it's coming from. Like at night, I'll be somewhat tired of my family. We're doing our thing all day, and then the live stream comes on. You know what it is? Something big is coming in my life, and I can feel it and smell it. And when something big's coming, you have this exciting feeling. So something big is coming, and I can feel it. And I can't place what it is, but my instincts are so strong, and they're just and whenever they get like this, my spidey senses kick in. So I don't know exactly what's happening. But something tells me something big is brewing, and it has something to do with the channel, something to do with what we do. And so I'm just super, and it's good. It tells me it's a good thing. So I can't put my finger on it, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be announcing some pretty big news in the next week or two. I can just feel it. And I can't, and I don't know why I know. There's something brewing. LINA looks nice in the falling wedge. A little high there, but it is oversold in the 2022. Daily could get flipped by that. 4 hour wants to move. You're a little far apart of the moving averages. No real divergence. I like where the RSI is. The RSI is looking real nice. You got an extreme hidden bullish swing up to swing up. Yeah, I mean, that's going to tell me that that's likely to move. So LINA's got hidden bullish divergence. Tells me that it's likely to move to the upside. You look left to find, yeah, I like that you have resistance here, so you're doing that move. Yeah, but, okay. So you're on this, that's an SR flip. It's hard to see because, but that is an SR flip because you have a lot of movement there. LINA rocking the hidden bullish on the 4 hour time frame, oversold, ready to move. LINA. That looks nice to me. Nice catch, whoever said that. Falling volume with falling price. LINA on the radar too as well. So I put out the coins that I'm looking at, and you guys add super chats to the night, and there are other coins that we're looking at, and it creates so much data and information, and this becomes a hub of traders to come to. This is a place for people to learn. This is a place for people to jump on in. This is a place for people to find hidden bullish divergence for the first time in their life. This is a place for people to find their favorite coin for the first time in their life. This is the place for people to understand how Bitcoin moves for the first time in their life. This channel, I hope you look back and remember your days here on this channel, and you pay it forward to somebody else, and you teach them what you know. And you remember me. You remember Samuel James Price. I love you so much. That's all I care about, is that you remember me and you pay it forward. You give it to somebody else. All right? You become wealthy. You become well off, and you give that wealth back. You tip people outrageously at every restaurant you go to. You make sure everyone in your path is taken care of because God has taken care of you, and you know that that is the right thing to do. God bless you all. You've made me a better man, everyone here on this live stream. Love learning. All the guides and helpful people, mentors that have reached out to me, people older than me that have given me good advice. I've had such a support system here. YouTube has brought so many people into my life that have given me support and really changed the way I've looked at my life. And I will always be grateful for it forever. Like I'm telling you, I'm in such a state of gratitude recently. I'm always in a state of gratitude, but sometimes it can be enhanced, right? And lately it has just been in a very, very heightened state of gratitude. And I appreciate being able to be in that state. Like having my frequency be able to rise to the point where I am at that highest state of appreciation, because I wasn't able to get there before in my life. I didn't feel that, and now I really do feel so blessed every single moment that from the moment I wake up to the time I go to sleep, I'm in awe of what has happened to me in my life. So Render made a double top here. Something that kind of, worries me. We look at the daily and the 22. They both are oversold though, so it says nay. Kind of looks like a descending triangle too, right? I take away that. I mean, that's a descending triangle. They're usually pretty bearish, but they're 50-50. You have falling volume with falling price. I guess you just got to cup and handle it and look the other way. I mean, it's strange. I usually wouldn't do that. That's a double top, but it did play down. And honestly, you got exaggerated bullish divergence. That's basically flat. That's swinging to the downside. That's called exaggerated if you've never heard about it before. Never heard about it before. Let me show you. But you're going to be looking at this sheet here, and you're going to be looking at the exaggerated where you have flat, but the movement's going up, right? Could also be going down like hidden, but here it's going down like hidden. I call that like exaggerated hidden. But technically, I guess, no, you know what, though? It isn't hidden because this is technically going to the upside. Look at that. That's an uptrend. That's a downtrend. That's hidden bullish divergence. And Render's been hot. So, I mean, you're high risk. You lose the zone, you're going to drop all the way down, right? And you didn't hit a 618. You only came, you might have to come down here and tussle with this next level here. There's a chance you're not out the water here and you come lower. A little sketchy for me personally. 1 hour time frame needs to cool off, but it's following Bitcoin. Everything's following Bitcoin. If Bitcoin gets this rally, everything's going to rally out this flag. So, I mean, it's high risk, high reward. You had the bullish divergence too that Bitcoin had right here. You can see this is Bitcoin in a nutshell. Same thing, right? That was the same thing Bitcoin just did. So, you know, it's high risk, high reward. I think, you know, I'd rather AGI. There's some other things to me that look better than this. This is a little riskier. But again, I could wake up tomorrow. It could moon 100%. So you'd have to figure out how you feel about it. Render is on the radar. That's the best I could do. Falling wedge, hugging this point of control. As long as it closes a 4-hour candle, like above 155, even 160, closes above 160 or 168. I mean, it's golden. Closes, in my humble opinion, the TA conveys that it closes above 168. I mean, that's going to be nice. So Gina is doing super chats. If you do them, it'll be confusing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Pierre cuando mi viene a travo mi. SCG on MEXC looks hot, baby. SGB on MEXC Global. Songbird. I don't even like those. You think that looks hot? Are you kidding me? That thing is beat to the ground. But I guess, I mean, if you're going to buy it when it's beat. It's got some bullish divergence, like some strong bullish, really, in a way, as that whole channel like moves down and that moves up. I don't know. I'm not a fan, but hey, maybe it pumps huge. Songbird. Interesting. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, and then I'm jumping out of here for the night. We did it again. Super chats, render from Cheer Lifer, tip from another candle close. Form formation 5. I'm not doing another candle close. Not happening. That thing like makes me want to pass out. Candle close. There you go. He paid for it. I got to give it to him. But hey, come on now, man. I ain't like a clown, like a freak clown. Like a freak. No, I'm just messing with you. So formation 5, 1 hour time frame, says it comes back down. Jason Tatum all the way back to pass. Jason Tatum from downtown. How about the Celtics swapping up the Philly 76ers last night? They thought they had a chance until they didn't. Ha! Sorry, Philly. Maybe next time, but your bench just ain't deep enough. Sorry, I'm talking trash, but my Celtics are just heating up. They're just getting started on their way on a playoff run. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to make any statements, but we'll see what happens. May the best team win. But we're looking nice. Our bench almost cleaned up Golden State. So Jason Tatum was out. Marcus Smart was out. Jaylen Brown was out. We still almost won the game. So I believe it went to overtime. Am I right? Or got dang close to it. Formation 5 looks like it's going to, do something like this. That's what I'm looking at for Formation 5 on the radar. 4 hours probably over. So it's got legs, but not where you want it to be. 22 hours a little high, 2 3. The whole thing's a little spent. I need some more bullish sideways consolidation for Formation 5 before I feel more comfortable with it. I'll be watching it. I'll put an alert down here. Tomorrow morning, that alert should hit somewhere by 5, 6 in the morning. We'll see what goes on from there. Hubble, Protocol, Ori, Rev, Haka. Ooh, Ori, what was that? Rev looked nice. I mean, it's just consolidating so tight. Feels like it's only a matter of time. It's got a golden cross that just occurred. It did get that crazy wick, though. Revudo. Thoughts on Spell Token? Wouldn't let me tip 777s. 999. AGIX, please, sir. Can you please do a little dance for me? Also, can you pat your head and rub your tummy and vice versa? You the man. Join the 99. We already did AGIX, man, but we'll do it again for you. I don't mind getting paid to do the same TA over and over again. AGIX. We pulled the fib. We seen that it wicked into the golden pocket. Even more than that, actually. Hold on. Let's see here. That looked off to me. Did it get it readjusted or something? It's weird that it was like it was off, Anyway. We zoom in here and look. There's your golden pocket. 0.65, 0.618. We dip down to the 706 Fibonacci level here. Oh, yeah, that's off. It should be right there. Yeah. We dip down right there to the 0.65 and the 0.618. That's golden pocket territory. That's a great place to load up. It's high risk, though. You could wait for it to come back and bounce off above the 618, which we did get. Now we want to see the breakup of the bounce of the 0.5. I'm already in this for about 2-3 grand. I've already placed a position in AGIX. I want to see this move. Measured move would take us up 150% gainers, all the way up to about 92 cents. I believe these are long-term holds for the next 2 years. End up being $4 a coin to 10x, 20x or more. AGIX is on my radar. I like the market cap. I like the tech. I like what they're doing. They got a real team, real things going on. And Singularity.net is no joke. So, yeah, AGIX looking beautiful to me. Tight moving averages, falling volume with falling price. Everything looking big. The bigger time frame, the 22-hour looking good to me. Just turning back up. Lack of momentum here on the MACD. I like what I'm seeing. The daily time frame as well. Even the 3-day chart, like I've been talking, is oversold. And that's a beautiful move on the 3-day, showing signs of life. We do need the 21 to come back up and touch price action at one point, so we could see some more sideways behavior before the push to the upside or a push up and a come back down at one point. Let's look at FNCY on MEXC. This thing's beat to the ground. I don't want to look at it again. It just came out. You're looking for rounded bottoms to pay the bills. So you need a rounded bottom on this thing. You got to keep looking at it the smaller time frames. The candles are horrible. See how they go up and down? Not a good sign. KuCoin has a little bit, you know. For me, like, I wouldn't touch it unless it could get back above here and bounce. Bounce. Those two areas of a retest. Preferably here even. I'd be careful of this coin. The liquidity doesn't look good, and it just started. ACH was looking hot. Remember, it pumped up huge. Alchemy Pay, baby. So we're watching Alchemy Pay. Can it get the bounce with Bitcoin is the question. All right. One thing I see starting to brew, which we have to be honest about to ourselves and everybody else, is this shoulder head. Are we making some type of head and shoulder here that could dump us to the downside? The measured move would bring us right back down to that area. Something like that, right? So we'd have to watch out for that. 1 hour time frame, not the best. So that's one thing. Just, you know, I'm not saying that's guaranteed. Just putting it out there. Up, down. Can you bounce back to the top of the channel? I just want to see consolidation for Alchemy Pay. It got pumped up so hard. 22 is finally oversold. I get it. Does it get a huge pump or does it just consolidate for a little while here? Daily's kind of in the middle. 1 hour's in the indecision too. So what we're doing is that's a nice double bottom. I'll give you that. And the moving averages are tight. Yeah, it's just right where I want to see it. I want to see it just consistently consolidate. You want it to pump back up here and just consolidate. Alchemy Pay. I'll put an alert somewhere around here. We may trade it in the next few days if it does what I want it to do. So that's what I do. I set my alerts. If charts do what I want to do, what I want them to do, then I think about taking them down. If they, taking them for a nice trade, what I mean, People might not understand what I'm saying. Super chat, spell an ACL spell token on Binance or Coinbase. Spell, baby, spell. First thing you want to do is look at your daily. Spell came in on the PERP. Let me look at a different one. That's spell PERP. You probably want the spell PERP, but I'm not going to give it to you. I don't want you doing that. Spell. I was about to say, I thought I had something going on for spell. So look, I put it in this channel. It popped up for 22%. I already called that little ascending triangle. Smaller time frame. Spell had some gains. You can see Sammy left his spray paint all over the streets here. I referred to myself as myself. You might have a problem with that. Many people do. You could take it up with myself. I just made that up. It happened. It was funny. I have the drum and the laughter. Remember that. I can say anything and it's funny. Look. Ready? Yesterday I walked outside and the sun was shining and a bird went, "Hey, I'm a bird." Wait, you got to do it right or it doesn't work. I saw a dog. He looked at me. He said, "Hey, I'm a dog." You laughed. You just laughed. You know you did. I walked down the street. I saw this guy. I said, "You got a hat on?" He said, "That's my hat." It's got to be loud. It's like conditioning. It's weird. Wow, y'all going hot tonight. Glimmer now. And the super chat's coming in strong. So we want Spell to do the same thing. I want to see this pump on the 1 hour. It looks pretty nice like it can. Then tighter up for the bigger move. It's going to take patience and a lot of lack of emotions to get to the 42. Most people won't be able to handle the ride if it happens at all. Let's take a look at Glimmer. Yo, Lifer. Shout out to J Souls. Come up or I'm coming down. Oh, wow. My wife wants me to come up or she's coming down. You see that? It's happening. It's happening. She's coming for the Lifer. She doesn't like the 2 hour streams. She wants them to be an hour and a half. She says the 2 hours is too much. But I told her that I got to do what I got to do. I got a job to do. So look, I moved that. So Glimmer got stopped out for 13%. Love getting stopped out for 13%. Hey, we took a shot. The trend line did not hold. It should have. How dare it? How dare you, Glimmer? Make me look like a fool on my live stream. But it's good. If every trade played out, we would look like liars, and not every trade's going to play out. You're going to get stopped out. It's good that you see me even, lose trades. You see a trade not play out. It's important for you to understand that concept. How you deal with the losses is the key. So we're going to watch Glimmer in the same concept here, though. Can it just continue to keep this higher high and move? And that's what we're looking at for Glimmer. Kind of readjust the position. Aggressive entry right here for Glimmer. 22 hours says yay. Right? Low liquidity, though. Be careful. You did just get above the 200 and you're getting tight moving averages. You got a golden cross about to happen. That suggests a big move could be coming for Glimmer. So I like what Glimmer is doing. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got a big move for Glimmer to the upside here for 62%. Gains. Glimmer on the radar. All right. Glimmer's got a higher low. And daily oversold. And that's going to end it for the night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. What a weekend. What a weekend. And Bitcoin holding 23,500. That's all we need, baby. That's all we need. Bacon on the beach. Bacon on the beach. We gave you a lot of trades to think about. We gave you a lot of setups that we're looking at. PERP might continue with VELO. PERP just may continue with VELO. I would put PERP on the radar because this thing has just been hot. And honestly, even though the moving average is a little upsetting, like they're a little too high, but we get above that point of control. PERP and VELO have just been moving. And it's the whole optimism ecosystem. So I would be careful. Arbitrum, PERP, VELO, optimism, Arbitrum, the whole, Ethereum virtual machine layers, right? You got this hidden bullish here. I'd watch PERP on hidden bullish too as well. This thing has been moving and grooving recently. I would be careful. I would watch PERP on the radar. Gina, thank you so much for being here. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thanks, everyone, for jumping on in. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Without your assets, which is your time. Gina, don't laugh. I almost said without your assets, and you laughed. I know you did. But without your assets, which is your time, we wouldn't have the live stream the way we have it. It just wouldn't be the same. And so I know who butters my bread. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I went over so many concepts and ideas that I've been using for years and years and years. I hope you had a blast tonight. I can't believe every time I come on, there's always so much more to talk about and so much more to learn. It never gets old. I appreciate you all. We're going to watch this flag on the 1 hour time frame. Hopefully we wake up and we pump up to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour and we go from there. Only time will tell. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow on another beautiful live stream. God bless. Be safe, and I'm out. Thank you.